Hey, what's up, guys? Here on the Fire Sports Pod, where everything we got is hot. I'm your host, Zach Jackson. Here with us today, our co-host Justin, back on another episode, and it's a new season, guys. Season 8, Episode 1. Can't even fathom that I've already been through 8 seasons, 7 seasons, I should say. We're going into our 8th season, Episode 1, and what a way to start off the new season. What we got to talk about today. First segment, we're going to start off. Aaron Rodgers finally makes a damn decision, and he decides to go to the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're going to discuss that, how I think that the Steelers are going to do this year, now adding Aaron Rodgers and maybe Antonio Brown. So we'll talk a little about that. Justin will give his insights on that story about Antonio Brown. Our second segment, we'll go into how the hell the Indiana Pacers was able to pull off a 15-point comeback in the fourth quarter to win on a game-winning buzzer beater by Halliburton. Yet again, every series that he has been in, he has hit a game winner, which is pretty crazy to even say. So we are going to be talking about that. And does the Indiana Pacers actually have a legitimate shot to win this series after winning game one? And then our third segment is going to be about Justin's Knicks, Tom Thibodeau being fired, who's the right coach for this team, and who can get them over the hump and hopefully win a championship in the coming years. And if we do have time, we'll talk about maybe some moves with Kevin Durant. If we could see him come back to OKC and do something like LeBron did, where left to go to Miami, came back to Cleveland, won him a championship, and then stayed there for a little bit and then went elsewhere. Maybe Kevin Durant could do the same to revamp his career, because I think there's like somewhat of a there's a tarnish on his legacy with leaving OKC the way he did. So we'll talk about that if we got time. If not, we'll push that for Recap Monday, where we have hopefully everybody on to discuss. So let's get right into it, Justin. Aaron Rodgers going to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I mean,
how's that?
I don't really know, because I think about it and I'm like, damn, they do have some good receivers. They got DK, Calvin Austin, I think, too. But I just feel like he's kind of washed at this point. Like, I don't really know what Aaron Rodgers am I getting. Can he stay healthy? Can he stay on the field? I don't really know, but I'm just hoping I could see him win the Steelers at least one playoff game, because I can't even remember the last time the Steelers won a playoff game. So that would be nice to see them get out of the first round. But they'll definitely be a playoff team. It's just, I don't know. They tried Justin Fields last year too. That experiment didn't work. Russell Wilson experiment didn't work. So I don't really know. It just feels like it's a meh. Like, whatever. Like, I'll see what happens when it happens, but it's not like I'm extremely excited for it, or I'm like, oh my God, Aaron Rodgers, because it's not 2014 Aaron Rodgers anymore. It's 2025 now, and he's just not the same player he used to be.
Gotcha. All right. So, like I said, I get the skeptical and the uncertainty with Aaron Rodgers. But I think that I think the Steelers have to be patient. When it comes to they weren't patient with Justin Fields. Justin Fields put them to a 5-2 record in 7 games, and then offed him to Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson was pretty good up until the last couple games of the season, and in that playoff game, it was atrocious. So I definitely think that they just are too eager to push the button on give up. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to come in there revamped. You give him a big, high-flying wide receiver like DK, and to be honest, he's a little bit stronger, bigger than Devontae Adams. And Devontae Adams was one of the best route runners and go-getters in the league. And you give him basically this, not the same guy route running, but you give him a more bona fide deep threat where literally he could just go up on 3 guys and just come down with the basketball. I mean, with the football. So I think definitely DK is gonna thrive. I think we're gonna see probably DK's best moments and best times as a wide receiver this year and this time with Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers plays another 2 years. I definitely think the Rodgers could get the Steelers back to competing for Super Bowl in the next 2 years. It just depends if everything meshes correctly. And really, they're playing for the future. Remember, Will Howard is the number 185 pick in this year's draft on a day 3 select. And I'm a big fan of Will Howard. I'm not biased, but hey, as a Ohio State fan, looking at every game, he's a very poised quarterback. I think if he get able to learn from Aaron Rodgers, he could really do some things in the future. I just think that's really their mindset. But I do agree that it's not really like, oh my God. I was kind of just happy that the Steelers were going to take Aaron Rodgers. Lorenzo made this crazy comment yesterday when we talked about it. He's like, Mason Rudolph has never got a chance to do anything at a starter. I'm like, Mason Rudolph sucks. Like there's no comparison saying that Mason Rudolph or Will Howard would have been a better position than Aaron Rodgers. He's like, no, but I'm like, no, there's no argument. Mason Rudolph is ass. Like, he is terrible. He's garbage. He can be the starter for the entire year. You guys won't win more than 5 games. But he also voiced that he's happy that the Steelers did get Aaron Rodgers, because it was like, are we gonna do something? Because I felt bad. I'm like, why didn't they take Shador if they were there? So the plan was to get Aaron Rodgers. Obviously, there was some things that he had to go to. And Aaron Rodgers is a guy that really likes the spotlight. He wants people talking about him. He wants the rumors to go around. I guess it was kind of just like a wait and see and kind of get people to like talk about him a little bit more. I really don't know, but I think definitely as a quarterback room of having Rodgers at the top, Mason Rudolph as a backup, and then Will Howard as a third string, I think is really good. You have Mason Rudolph, who's been in the league for a while, as a backup, and you have Aaron Rodgers, who's been one of the best quarterbacks in the league for the last decade. So I definitely think this is a great quarterback room, a really good quarterback room for Will Howard to learn from. And I think they're playing for the future. Obviously, if they can win something, then they can win something. But if they can't, they can't. I just think that they'll be competitive. I just don't think that they'll be Super Bowl bound. I don't think this puts them where like, oh my God, they're going to win the Super Bowl.
I mean, I agree. I concur. I don't know. When you're in a conference where you got the Chiefs, the Bengals, the Texans, the Bills, it's probably some new random team next year. It's going to be really hard to really have a chance at winning the Super Bowl. And I don't know, man. I'm just under the belief that the Steelers are like the Miami Heat, or the Miami Heat. I guess they're like the same team. Like they never tank or lose. Like
Justin, can I say something?
What?
So someone said in the chat, it's I didn't even know this guy's name. He's saying, playing for the future. Rodgers is 40 years old. Do people not understand what I just said? I got to reiterate? You have Will Howard, who's a rookie quarterback.
Oh yeah, I get what you're saying. He's going to help develop him.
He's developing Will Howard. Hello? Do you not comprehend football?
But I'm not gonna lie, Aaron Rodgers is kind of a douchebag. So who knows if he's actually gonna, develop Will Howard? And I don't really. If I'm a Steelers fan, I don't want whatever drugs Aaron Rodgers is on to be on Will Howard. Keep them away.
He's on some crazy shit, but he is dope. But like literally, he is a great quarterback from young guys to learn from. That's what I mean when playing for the future. They're literally trying to get the best people in that room so Will Howard can learn. I would assume Will Howard is going to be their future quarterback, because that's just the way it looks. I mean, you only have Mason Rudolph, and he ain't doing shit anytime soon. But yeah, I mean, yeah, their division is crazy. I'm not saying they're winning anything, but I'm definitely.
Oh, I even forgot about the Ravens. They're in their division too.
No, it's the Ravens
and the Browns,
Steelers, the Bengals, and the Browns. And the Browns
they got a crazy division. I don't know, man. They'll probably be a wild card team.
Yeah, like I said,
and you got just like last year, and then you got to hope for the best.
And with Rodgers, you might win a playoff game for the first time in Pittsburgh, and for the longest time for Pittsburgh, and that would be great. But they're not going to be competing for a Super Bowl. I don't see.
Depends on the matchup, and then it depends on how Cincy starts the year too. I don't know what's been going on, but it seems like Cincy always starts the year slow, and then they like find their footing in the middle of the year towards like the bye week or like week 10, week 11.
Yeah, Cincy's because of their defense, dude. Their defense is terrible, and they're paying everybody on offense, and that's the definition of just analytics just not working in the right thing. If you're looking at analytics correctly, you would say that defense needs to be paid so we can actually stop the ball and not try to score 40 points every game. So, I'm definitely telling you that the defense is without having legitimate guys being paid and getting people there, there's nobody but Hendrickson, and he's going to be freaking moved this offseason, if not midseason, depending on what the hell happens, because he's looking for a contract, and the Bengals are not going to give it to him because they gave Higgins the contract.
They should have just let T. Higgins walk.
I would have left him walk. Yes, he's a great talent. Yes, you want to keep the trio, but if you want to compete for a Super Bowl, you need a defense. And the Bengals.
Or I'm not gonna lie, if Hendricks really wants to be a Bengal and stay a Bengal, he might have to take a pay cut. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but he's not going to do it because he's one of those guys.
Yeah,
and he's going to get paid. And I think the Chargers are a good spot for him with Harbaugh and them. I think that's a good spot because they just lost Bosa, so I think that's a good spot. Some of the same guy said
Bosa went to the Bills.
Yeah, but he's old as shit, and he's just kind of on the end of his career. He's got a couple years left, but he could still give the Buffalo Bills something, than nothing. But the guy that was talking about the Steelers, he was saying that Zach Taylor, the head coach of the Bengals, is the problem. I don't disagree, but I also think it's the management saying, "Oh, let's pay all the offensive guys all this money, and then let's forget about the defense. Like defense does not matter." Yes, it does. If you look at it, defense is a legitimate part of the game of football and in all sports. Without defense, you're not winning shit. I'm sorry. So, but back to just the in general of Aaron Rodgers. I think this is good for the Steelers. I kind of have to. I'm going to agree with Justin. Kind of have to wait and see how this kind of plays out. We'll see how they start the year. I mean, if they start the year 1-5, then we'll know like this. Aaron Rodgers is
experiment has failed, but I don't know. Lorenzo brought up a good point yesterday talking about bringing in AB. If AB cannot be retarded and not have CTE, that'll be a nasty wide receiver room, man.
Now you're talking about something different.
To give.
And they have a defense. Their defense is legit, one of the best defense in the league. You bring in AB, if he's not, like you said, not crazy nuts. You bring AB with DK. Now you have Aaron Rodgers. You have one of the best route runners that it was back in his time. Still in shape. Still can do some good things with the football, and he's only 33.
We saw crazy. What he did in Tampa.
Exactly, and that was only a couple years removed from right now. So I definitely think that there's something here. It just the pieces have to fall in order for them to actually really compete for something. I just don't think it's the time for the Steelers to compete for anything. Even because Aaron Rodgers is 40-something years old. I just don't think I just don't think it's gonna happen. But that's pretty much it for the first segment on our show. We're gonna be going over the second segment we have for you guys today, and that's just the Indiana Pacers. I mean, this was an insane game. I mean, I know I was watching pretty much the entire game. Justin jumped on with the last 10 minutes of the game, and it was a 15-point game by OKC. J-Dub just hit a dunk, and everything was going wild. I was like, all right, there's no way this team is losing this game, right? Like I felt like, all right, this is gonna be a blowout. They're gonna win by 20 or some shit, and it ended up being one of the craziest comebacks I've seen in a while when it comes to just.
This is not one of the craziest comebacks.
No. From a team that should have never had a chance in that game.
They should have never had a chance in Game 1 versus the Knicks. They should have never had a chance in that game against Cleveland when Halliburton missed the free throw, got it back, and if the Bucks was healthy and they didn't have Doc Rivers as a coach, they should have won that series too. So the Bucks should have won that series too. It's just been a lucky run. Okay, this devil magic will stop. It will cease. I'm praying. I don't know what type of demons Tyrese Halliburton done expelled on the fucking basketball court, but something needs to stop. It needs to stop. I just can't even fathom it, man. Like, I'm like, am I bad luck or something? I'm like, should I have not watched the game and just watched the highlights? Like, I turn on with 10 minutes left in the game, and I see J-Dub get that dunk. I'm like, yes, screw Tyrese Halliburton. He sucks. 10 points I think he had like 10 or 12 points at the time. And then, I don't know, man. It's like all hell broke loose. It's like what will go right what will go wrong for you will go right for the Pacers, and they always come back. They're a team you can never count out, and they didn't deserve to have that game, man. They didn't deserve to have that game. They didn't deserve to win.
Well, for me, if I'm being honest, I would say they definitely deserved it because of the fact of the matter is OKC let them come back.
I'm sorry, but the Pacers literally had a 2.6% chance to win that game. The Pacers turned the ball over 24 times, and the
Ah,
Thunder had 6 turnovers, and the Thunder had 98 field goal attempts to the Pacers 82. There's no way you're supposed to lose that game. I'm looking at the stats right now. Like right now, man. I'm looking at it right now. The
funny.
the Pacers, they shot. Damn. Damn. I'm
Oh,
looking at it.
he's
They
rethinking.
shot 47% from the field. The Thunder shot 39%. They shot 46% from three. The Thunder shot 36. The of course the Thunder win the free throw battle.
Yeah, well,
But
that's
they did they win the ah
yeah, he's rethinking his
the
course.
Pacers won the rebound battle. Typically, when you see a team win the rebound battle,
They
they
won the
typically
game.
win the game.
But usually, if they win the rebound battle, the team that wins never has 24 damn turnovers in the
Yeah, but
NBA
they didn't
Finals.
even play a good game.
No, and that's what Pascal Siakam and Tyrese Halliburton was saying. We didn't even play good.
This
And
is a game that's gonna haunt. If the
if
Thunder lose game two, they are losing this series in 6.
oh yeah, if
They
they
are
lose, if
losing
the
this
Thunder
series.
lose game 2, without a doubt. I mean, I have the Thunder winning in 6, just being respectful for the Pacers and understanding that they're a really good team. I know that you're gonna say that they're on a luck run, but if they're able to pull this off, then I mean I don't know, but Tyrese Halliburton has been probably one of the clutchest player in this playoffs right now.
I don't know, bro. I still think Jalen Brunson is one that was probably the most clutchest. I know I'm a little biased. I'm a Knicks fan,
No,
but
no, 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 no.
Tyrese Halliburton gets carried by his teammates and then hits one fucking shot, bro. Get out of here, man. I'm sorry. Star players don't have
No,
14
Curtis
points
in the
in the
chat saying,
NBA.
hell no, Justin, hell no.
Star players don't have 14 points in an NBA Finals game. Lou Dort had more points than Tyrese Halliburton yesterday. You want to give somebody some credit, whatever your name is, John? I don't know what your name is.
Curtis.
Curtis. You want to give some people, you want to give somebody
He's
credit,
a Pacers fan. You're a Knicks fan.
You want to give somebody some credit, Curtis? Give Andrew Nemhard some credit. Give Pascal Siakam some credit. Give Obi Toppin some credit. What? No. Y'all just he makes a big
Curtis
shot.
said for sure he's giving them credit, but he's saying that literally Tyrese almost had a triple double, and it's a team game.
Tyrese almost had a triple double.
And it's a team game.
It is a team game, but I'm sorry. I was talking to a friend about this yesterday. Are we really? I saw the Ringers top 100. Are we really putting Tyrese Halliburton over Jason Tatum now?
I don't know.
They had him over Jason Tatum, Brunson, Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, no.
Are you kidding me?
Now we're getting a little bit too much. Yeah. Where the hell did you see that? Where'd you see that?
Look, go to Bill Simmons, the Ringer. Look at their top 100.
That's stupid. Jason Tatum, hell no. Brunson, hell no. Who was the other name? Donovan Mitchell. The hell out of here.
Donovan Mitchell's a bucket, man.
Curtis says, Jason Tatum is overrated.
But he's still better than Tyrese Halliburton.
But do you think he's overrated? I think he's slightly.
No, I don't think Jason Tatum's overrated, man.
I think he's slightly overrated. He gets
if anybody's overrated, as much as I hate to say it, right now Tyrese Halliburton is overrated. I didn't think he was overrated before, but now he is. You can't put him.
I think he's underrated still.
No. If they're putting you top 10 over guys like that in the top 6, you're overrated now. I'm about to go to the Ringers list right now. I'm about to pull it up so we can share it with the chat and everything, man. The Ringer.
All right, you share the screen and I'll flip the screen here. But no, I really do think that you could maybe say that, all right, maybe he's but I can't. I'm sorry. I can't say that he's overrated crazy. That to me is just I just can't. I can't do that. For me, that is just a little bit too much. But again, if you guys are new, don't forget to drop a follow us as a like and a share.
Hello?
Justin, you are black. Your screen is black.
Yeah, my computer turned off by accident.
Now you good?
Yeah, I'm about to look it up though. Like the Ringer, I think the Ringer top 100 NBA players right now. I'm about to share the screen. It was updated.
Curtis said overrated. Haha.
I'm about to share the list, man. I'm about to share the list. Share screen.
You guys new here? Drop a follow us with a like and a share.
Wait, put the screen up.
Yep, I got it. Okay.
So we got
Wait,
Nikola.
hold
We
on,
got
hold on, hold on.
Nikola Jokic.
All right, go.
So this is the top 100 NBA players right now, according to Bill Simmons, and right now it's updated June 4th. So we got Jokic at number 1. That's a no-brainer. Shea at number 2, MVP, no-brainer. Giannis at 3, no-brainer. Luka Doncic, no-brainer. Steph Curry, I think he's a little high right now. No. Anthony Edwards, I get that. Tyrese Halliburton at 7.
Yeah, they got the hell out
Over
of
Donovan Mitchell, over Jalen Brunson, over Jason Tatum, over LeBron James,
Yeah, get
over
the hell.
Anthony Davis,
What the hell?
over Kevin Durant,
What?
over
What?
Kawhi Leonard,
No, hold on.
over
All
Dame.
right.
Are we?
All right, yo, wait. Hold
Let's
on.
look
No,
at the Let's look at the playoff stats.
Justin, do you understand that Curtis just said that Tyrese Halliburton is better than Anthony Edwards?
No, he's not, bro. You know what? You're biased. Okay, you're biased.
I'm not a Knicks or a Pacers fan, and I can tell you, Curtis, that is wild to say. There is no way that
Cade Cunningham is better than Tyrese Halliburton
I would
right
take
now.
Cade right now over Tyrese.
I'm taking Cade right now. Don't let Cade
wait. Curtis is saying he's saying yes, he is biased, but listen, this is it now. He's making his comment, so we'll wait to see. I'm sorry. There's no way. All those guys to me are better than are above Cade. Maybe I'll take maybe Tyrese. I'll take Tyrese over Victor right now just because of his age, but Victor will soon be better than him. So.
I'd rather have Victor Wembanyama over
At his position, he is better. He gets his entire team involved. He's not a scorer. He's a natural guard. I did say in the latest podcast a couple weeks ago that he is one of the best, if not the best, true point guards in the NBA. True point guards. We haven't had that in a long time. Where it's a pass first guy.
We haven't had that in a long time, but still, it's
yeah, but he's not better than
it's insane.
He's not better than LeBron. He's not better than Anthony Davis. He's not better.
They got Josh Hart over Embiid on this list too, man. I don't understand.
Wait, what?
Cade Cunningham averaged 25 points, 8 assists, and 8 rebounds in 6 games in his playoff career.
Curtis says he doesn't need 30 points to control a game.
I'm sorry, man, but when you have that much talent around, you put Tyrese Halliburton on the Cavs. No. You put Tyrese Halliburton on the Knicks. Are they winning more than 51 games? Are they going to Are they beating Detroit?
I don't know. Curtis,
they're not. They're not beating Detroit. Okay. They got Tyrese. This is a real question. Is Tyrese Halliburton much better than Devin Booker? Devin Booker's way better.
Yeah, I don't know if you think Tyrese is better than Devin Booker. Yeah, no. He said a good guard makes a team better.
Oh, okay, man. But I just said if you put Tyrese Halliburton on the Knicks, do you think that they win over 51 games? I said no. You think they beat Detroit in the first round? Hell no.
Okay, he said, oh shit. He said, you switch Brunson and Hallie, Knicks are in the finals.
They're not, bro. They're losing to Detroit. Brunson put up Michael Jordan stats for this team to get here, man. And with the way Tibbs runs the team, that's another thing you got to think about. Rick Carlisle runs a system that's different than Tom Thibodeau.
I think Justin will definitely take Rick Carlisle or Tom
I would
Thibodeau
take Rick
any day of the
Carlisle
week.
over Tom Thibodeau, but I'm saying first off, Halliburton would be getting run into the ground. He'd probably be hurt.
Curtis says you care too much on the points.
I don't care about the points. I just care about who looks better on the court, who I think could get a bucket better. Like, I mean, right now he's a little bit better than Kyrie, but not much.
Who?
Halliburton, a little bit better, a little bit. And I still and you can argue who's better, Kyrie or Halliburton.
I'm just taking the leadership and just who Kyrie is and the champion. I'm taking Kyrie. That's my personal opinion. I'm a Kyrie fan, so I'm definitely taking Kyrie. Just the way he is able to control the game. But I do agree, Tyrese Halliburton is a great talent in this league. I just don't think he's in the top 10 of players in this league. I can name 15 players better than him, and that list right there shows it. But I do think that Tyrese Halliburton is one of the best true point guards in the NBA, and we don't have that in the NBA, and we haven't seen that in a real long time. A guy who's 6'5" and can control the game in other facets of the basketball game and not just scoring, which I do like. As on a team with Rick Carlisle as the head coach and everybody else surrounding him, it is a great system for Tyrese to be in and to thrive in. And I think he landed in the right spot after the trade from Sacramento. But I don't agree that he's better than these type of guys that we're naming. But I do think that Tyrese is in the top 20 to top 25 best players in the game. I just don't think he's better in the top 10 and nor top 7 over the three guys that we named. So that's my opinion. But I do agree with Curtis that he is one of the best true talents. But I do think that that Tyrese is not better than those top guys. Besides points, what makes Jalen Brunson better?
In my opinion, what makes Jalen Brunson better is I know at the end of the game he's gonna get up a good shot. I'm gonna get the best, and I'm not gonna lie. That Pacers series when he missed that game winner, okay. But look at what he's done the whole season and the whole year. Clutch player of the year. Look at what he did in that Detroit series. Look at just look at what he does in the playoffs. He's a playoff riser historically. As will you think we ever see Tyrese Halliburton averaging 30 on 60% true shooting efficiency? Hell no. No. In fact, he wasn't even efficient yesterday, Tyrese Halliburton. He was 6 for 13.
Curtis says, but when he truly mattered, he flopped.
That's not true. Did you not watch the Detroit series? Did you not watch Miami 2023 game 6? Did you not watch the Celtics series? I think you're just a biased Pacers fan. You know what?
He doesn't need 30. He said he doesn't need 30.
He doesn't. I'm not saying Brunson needs 30.
No. Hallie doesn't need 30.
Hallie doesn't need 30 because he's getting carried by the other niggas on the court.
Salman said Thunder is going to win in 5.
I don't know, man. I don't know now.
Thunder must win game 2. It's a must.
If they lose game 2, they're losing in 6, man.
I got OKC winning in 6, respectfully. So who do you got winning game 2?
I don't know, man. It's a toss-up. I really feel like OKC could come back and win that game and just blow them out. But with the way the Pacers are, you can never count them out and what voodoo devil magic they got going on over there. So I don't know, man. That's something I just wouldn't bet on. I really don't know. I don't really have a prediction. I would say OKC, but who knows what can happen, really, man. You can never really count the Pacers out, man.
No, you can't because it's just the way the system works. But I'll take OKC winning game 2. Going back to Indiana 1 game apiece. I said that I thought that Indiana was going to win game 2, not game 1. But I definitely do think that the Pacers are with a game 1 win. That's exactly what they needed. They needed to at least get 1 in OKC, and they got the win. Now we'll see what happens in the future.
Before we go,
Nano Guts says, haha, I bet on them all playoffs getting hella money.
I mean, whatever, Guts. I don't really care, but they're known for losing game 3s. So if I'm the Pacers, they're front runners. They tend to play better when they're up anyway. You never want to be down in a series to the Pacers, like 2-0, anything like that, because they're not gonna give it up. But if the Thunder lose game 2, it's probably gonna go like this: the Pacers lose Game 3. Pacers win game 4. OKC wins game 5, and then they lose in India in game 6, man. And they have magnet ball in that game 6.
Gotcha. And that's for Indiana to win.
That's for Indiana to win. If OKC wins, they win game 2. Because then I think realistically the Pacers lose game 3 because they're typically bad in game 3s. I don't know why that is. And then game 4, that's a toss up game, but I'll go with OKC. And then maybe game 5, the Pacers steal another one in OKC, and then OKC beats them in Indy in game 6.
Gotcha. All right. Like I said, I'm taking OKC to win game 2. That's happening tomorrow night. Justin's gonna hopefully he's hoping for a OKC win. But he's basically saying not to count out the Indiana Pacers because they're playing that good right now. So now we're gonna move on to our last thing, and that's gonna be going over Tom Thibodeau and the firing of the New York Knicks coach. And does Justin agree with it and disagree with it? And if so, who do you would in place in that position to get your Knicks over the hump and get to the promised land?
I mean, I have a tweet to show, just to show everyone. Wait, let me pull it up, man. Oh man, let me pull it up. Trying to find it. On May 27th, I said, I hate that Tibbs will not be fired for this shit. And a few days later, I got my wish. I mean, I've been wanting this dude fired for a long time, man. His rotations were horrible. He waited till we were down, 2-0 in the series to make an adjustment. Every single year when we play a team that's in the playoffs that we should beat, we always lose. I'll never forget in 2023 when he couldn't beat the zone versus the Heat, and we lost in 6 to them. Then I remember in 2020, 2021, when he just wouldn't stop starting Elfrid Payton, who couldn't score, and took till I think it was like game 2 to start Derrick Rose. And then I just don't like how he runs the players into the ground. And before anyone says that I'm a casual or anything, I've been watching Knicks basketball religiously almost every game since 2010, 2011. So I've seen the team go up and I've seen the team go down. I've seen the highs of 2012, 2013, and I've seen the lows of Jeff Hornacek and Dave Fizdale and how horrible the team is. So I just want to say thank you, Tibbs, for getting us back to relevancy and getting us back to competing. But the way you play, the way you run back your basketball team is like the 90s. And we're not in the 90s anymore. It's the Big 25 now. It's time to grow and expand and play your bench and play rookies. And the thing about the current NBA is that you have to let the guys play. You got to see what your bench has. You got to have depth. That's the one thing about the Pacers that they have. Even OKC Thunder, the 4 teams that made it to the conference finals, the Knicks and Minnesota Timberwolves did not have depth, and OKC and Indiana did. So
Gotcha.
that was just another thing. And then I don't think Tibbs played to the strengths of the players. Like, okay, you have the best shooting big and the 3-point shooting big in the NBA, right? I think anybody, even people that play 2K, would play a 5-out offense and not start Josh Hart because Josh Hart is a shooting liability. They would start Deuce, even though it's an undersized backcourt. You would start Brunson, Deuce, Mikal, OG, and Cat. With that lineup, you would probably run a lot of off ball with Brunson running around picks and stuff to get open. So he's not on ball as much. Tom Thibodeau did not do that. When I watch the Knicks, I don't see any off-ball plays run. I don't see any screen shut off ball. I just see people standing around, letting Jalen Brunson or Towns do whatever they want with the ball, or Mikal Bridges shooting some dumb fadeaway, or OG Anunoby taking some weird step back. Like, I don't even know. The fact they made the conference finals was actually pure luck. I really feel like it was literally just Jalen Brunson go get a bucket. It really felt like that. And when when the Pacers honed in on that, they said we're gonna take Brunson away.
What else you got?
What else you got? Tom Thibodeau didn't have a response to that.
Yeah.
I mean, I
No,
wonder how the chat feels.
no. So Curtis was saying, yes, he was out coached, but Rick is a great coach. But his rebounding was crucial in that Pacers series. Heart, that is. So yes, even though he didn't
I'm
score,
sorry. His rebounding was dope, but we could get the same amount of offensive rebounds from Mitchell Robinson. If you really want to be serious, man, we could get a 7-footer out there that can actually defend and block at the rim and get rebounds. We really didn't need Josh Hart out there, to be honest, man.
no, I
And
definitely
when you and I feel like when you're a coach and you know the type of players that you have, you play to their strengths. You know Brunson and Towns aren't good defenders. So you know what I'd do? I'd be looking to make the offense so overpowered that our defense doesn't even matter. We're just gonna outscore you. I'm not saying we won't try to play defense a little bit, but we just gonna outscore you. We just trying to get our shooters open. We trying to get them in their spots so they can hit shots. Tibbs didn't do none of that.
Nah, yeah. Like I said, I don't disagree with the firing. I just think that it's crazy how it's the first time you got to a conference finals in over 20 years, and the guy who did it is fired. Obviously, we know the decisions and the adjustments weren't the best, and yeah, maybe he got carried by Brunson and all this other crap. But I do think that it's just a recipe of just more things that are happening in the NBA. If you see it, uh, Mike Malone got fired, and he won a championship 2 years before. Mike Brown was the best, gave Sacramento the playoffs again 2 times in a row in 4 seasons. He got fired. You had Taylor Jenkins, the winningest coach in Memphis history. He got fired. And then now you have Tom Thibodeau, who gets to the conference finals for the first time in 25 years for the Knicks, and he got fired. All this happened this year. So I definitely think that it's just really just it's become a non-coaches league where basically, like, even if you are a winning coach and going to win championships and stuff like that, unless you're Eric Spoelstra, Steve Kerr, Greg Popovich. Obviously, we know Greg Popovich just stepped down, but other than that, like, you have a chance of getting fired. Obviously, we know JJ Redick and his stuff and whatever his first year, but again, who knows? Down the line, he might get fired. So, like, there's definitely a lot of things that have came to a place this year that we've realized that like coaches are it's very hard for them to keep their job. But now before we go, I think I would just want to get your side because again, I'm not a Knicks fan. I really don't give a shit, to be honest. If the Knicks get, I would like to see them win, but I really don't know if there's a great coach out there that maybe you could see. I know my head coach, who I do coaching with, he said that Jay Wright from Villanova.
No,
No,
Jay Wright doesn't want to do it. Jay Wright doesn't want to coach in the
but do
NBA.
you
I
think it
think
would
he's
fit?
retired.
Do you think it would fit though?
Probably with the Villanova dudes, but I don't know. I want a younger coach, man. Like when I think about it, I think about Johnny Bryant. I mean, when he used to be a Knicks assistant. Somebody pull up a picture of Johnny Bryant, like a picture like Johnny Bryant, Chris Quinn, and Jason Kidd, because those are the three coaching candidates I want to talk about. And when I talk about them, I just want the picture in the background.
All right. Um,
So bring up the picture like John, so we could clip it.
what is it?
Bring up the picture like Johnny Bryant and Tibbs.
Ready. Hold on. Gotta get the image here. Curtis said Mike Malone.
No, if you, what's the point of firing Tibbs then?
Mm.
They're a similar coach. They don't like to play deep rotations. They don't trust the bench, and they stick with the veteran people that they know. Anybody that's saying Mike Malone, the old Sacramento coach, they just are casuals and don't know ball. Why would I go to a coach that runs a similar 90s style offense to the coach I just fired?
Yeah, that doesn't really make any sense.
Like the whole reason why we fired Tibbs is because we want something innovative and new, something that's good, someone that's gonna play to the strengths of the Knicks. They have one of the best rosters in the NBA, in my opinion. I think anybody could say that. They don't have like I think they have. I think Brunson's a superstar player. They got a top 10 player.
Curtis said casual, haha. The guy who thinks Brunson is better than Hallie, haha.
He is better though. Look at the stats, bro. I mean, he's all NBA second team, and Halliburton was all NBA third team. So I guess the
All
NBA,
right, this is the best I could do.
Curtis. I guess the NBA voters are casuals too, because he's one team higher than Halliburton.
I guess this is the best.
Halliburton was an All Star this year, Curtis.
This is the best I could do.
Yeah, that's the picture I was talking about with Johnny. So, you asked me who my coaches were for the Knicks. One of this is in no particular order, but one of my favorites would probably be Johnny Bryant. He used to be in the Knicks assistant head coach. He left last year. Well, he left this past offseason and went to Cleveland to work under Kenny Atkinson. But I think he's been under Quinn Snyder, Tom Thibodeau, Kenny Atkinson. Those are three really good coaches, and I think that when he was a Knicks assistant coach, everybody loved him. He's familiar with the team. He's familiar with the guys. So it would just be something that we know and who we could pivot from. In fact, in 2023, when we lost to the Miami Heat, Game 6 of the semifinals, I wanted the Knicks to fire Tom Thibodeau then and move on to Johnny Bryant then. But it didn't happen. So another one of my coaching options I want would probably be Chris Quinn from Miami, the assistant. I just love the Miami Heat's culture, and I already know Pat Riley probably wouldn't even try to help the Knicks at all. But I just love their culture. I remember I saw a report. There was a couple of games where Chris Quinn took over, and the team looked good. He's been an assistant for a while, and I think Spo is one of the best coaches in the NBA. And learning under him, he would just be a good coach. I think in general, especially for a New York team that needs grit. And then my final head coach that I would want would probably be Jason Kidd. Now I know he's the Mavericks head coach, but he's had experience with Brunson in the past. I don't know. I think he knows how to make the players. He knows how to get the best out of his players. And we even saw it when he was playing for the Knicks back in 2012, 2013, how much better the team was when he was on the floor. And I just think he's a player's coach as well. And I just think that should be like a realistic number one option for the Knicks. Like I would be trying to see what's going on because they just traded Luka. Who knows if he really wants to be there for the Cooper Flag era? And he gets a roster that's already set to go. Not saying that the Mavericks don't have a good roster, but you playing in a significantly easier conference with a bigger chance to win a championship. So
Okay. I'd have to I don't know. Respectfully, I think I agree with some of the people. But I wouldn't mind. I know what is the point of firing the Mike Malone and the Thibodeau shit. So I'd probably say the best candidate would probably be Bryant because of the fact of the matter he's been in the organization for a while. And look what the Cleveland did. They had the best record. Obviously, they had injuries, so I mean, I really wouldn't count that they were fully healthy. But yeah, I just have to go with Bryant. I think he's probably the best one. Maybe Jason Kidd, but I don't think Jason Kidd's gonna leave.
apparently there was mutual interest. I saw something on Twitter.
Oh, really? Okay, I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
and the Knicks it's a it's a real thing. I feel like if the Knicks don't if they don't get a veteran coach that they like, then they'll probably just go with Johnny Bryant.
Gotcha. All right. That sounds good. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it for the show here in the Fire Sports Pod, where everything we got is hot. I'm your host, Zach Jackson. Here's our co-host, Justin. We're here on the Fire Sports Pod, powered by StreamYard, where StreamYard makes the StreamYard go. Guys, this is a great show. Season 8, episode number 1 is in the books. It's a wrap. We'll see you guys on Recap Monday for Season 8, episode number 2. And we'll see you all then. Have a great rest of your weekend.
Have
Enjoy
a
the
good
weather.
day. And Curtis, remember, Brunson is better than Halliburton. Get it straight.
That's a wrap, guys. Peace.